Okay, welcome back to yet another exercise. Here I'm going to read this paragraph to you. Embedded within this paragraph are the potential for spelling errors, grammar, syntax, and so forth. So just keep that in mind as you listen to me read. Afterwards, I'm going to step out of frame, which it appears as though I already am, and ask you to pause the video so that you can make corrections on your own. Once you feel like you've addressed all the potential corrections that exist in this paragraph, please resume so that we can correct them together. Feel free to use the comment section below to let me know which corrections you've identified that perhaps I missed, or ones that you felt were better additions as a point of revision. That being said, I do hope you find this video helpful, which of course, if that's the case, please give this video a like and subscribe if you would like to continue to practice with me. For now, I'm going to get to the exercise by reading of the paragraph. So, in the end, the king proposed to Queen Plain Jane of Zamboni. She agreed to marry him because he was such a good king. A year later, though, they had an awful argument. "Why can't you make pumpkin cupcakes?" he yelled. "Hey, why can't you play the bassoon?" she shouted back. They didn't speak to each other all that day. Soon, however, they realized that they had been foolish. Eventually, the king learned to make pumpkin cupcakes himself, and the queen learned to play the bassoon. The king then issued this statement to the people of his kingdom, quote, "If you want something done, learn to do it yourself." Crazy couple, but good life lesson. Alrighty, so here is a good place for you to stop or pause the video and resume once you've made your corrections. All right, I am moving and shaking, so let's get started. Right at the beginning, in the end, the king proposed to Queen Plain Jane of Zamboni. Now, this whole stretch is a part of her title, and that includes the word queen and so forth, which means if it's a title, a formal title, please be sure to treat it as a proper noun, which requires capitalization. So, Queen Plain Jane of, we're not going to capitalize of, Zamboni, just the other elements in that title. She agreed, which should have one consonant, so I'm gonna get rid of one of those G's, to marry him because he was such a good king. Great. A year later, though, they had an awful argument. Now, awful has one consonant at the end, so we're gonna get rid of that L. "Why can't you make pumpkin cupcakes?" he yelled. Now, here we're attributing this yell, I suppose, to him, but I've open quoted, which means we're continuing to speak. Without closing it suggests that the rest is still being spoken. So I'm going to close quote it there, as context suggests. And then he yelled, "Hey, comma, why can't you play the bassoon?" Question mark, close quote. She shouted back. They didn't speak to each other all that day. Uh-oh, contraction, did and not. Looks like we're trying to join it. Looks like we did use an apostrophe, however, misplaced. Don't forget, when you're appending or affixing the word not to a word in an effort to make a contraction, the apostrophe sits between the N and the T as a replacement for that O. So we're going to get rid of it, and we're going to switch it over between the N and the T. They didn't speak to each other all that day. Soon, however, so this is going to be our appositive, so soon, comma, however, they realized that they had been foolish. Eventually, the king learned to make pumpkin cupcakes himself, the possessive pronoun. So we're going to change that to himself. And the queen learned to play the bassoon. The king, which should be lowercase, even though it's his title, it would only be capitalized as a proper noun if we attached his surname or his first name or his full name to the word king. Instead, it's just general noun. So the king then issued this statement to the people of his kingdom. "If you want something done, comma, learn to do it yourself," close quote. Alrighty. I did hope you found this video helpful. Again, please give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to practice with me. I look forward to working with you in the next one. Thank you.